you're back just in time because this race has started and it is a bank start for everybody. J Sky getting the best start. Letterme not doing too great. Hughes is down the inside. I think Letterme will probably let him have this. Be very surprised if he doesn't. Luton Boy is probably able to gain some ground there on Letterme. Letterme's just letting everyone through. And Luton Boy is on the tail of Hughes. Jamski's out to P4. Ravenous in P5. Lando in P6. And Letterme basically gave away all suspicions and gone down to the back. But Hughes is the one we need to keep an eye out on because he was half a second faster than Jamski in P2 in practice. But what about in race format? These two have got a little bit of history here. Good, clean races usually. But this series seems to have brought out the aggression in both of them. And it looks like Huey is okay. The slips definitely worked on Huey there, on J Sky, sorry. Let's see how this race will turn out. Jamski is also quite close. J Sky, we got a stack of 5 here, with Ravenous leading up the end. Lando is there, and Letterme has come straight into the pits. Don't know whether he's got damage, whether he's got problems, or whether he's just getting his pit stop right out the way. He's gone. So I think Letterme is playing a bit of a devious game here. Thinks the tyres can probably do the full stint. Knows the car's fully fueled. He just needs to bring it home. Interesting one. He's just got his mandatory pit stop right out of the way. As Hughes is only 3/10 behind. Jamski is also only about 3/10 behind Luton Boy. Trying to look round the outside. Not sure he's going to get it done. J Sky's got the inside, but he's trying to get round the outside here. Jamski trying to get round the outside, sorry, not Huey. And he won't have, he will have the inside for the next corner, but he brakes quite late. Is it a switch back? It is. Great switch back by Luton Boy. Jamski's going to have to concede. What's he got? No, he's got a job done. Oh, I thought Luton Boy got a brilliant switch back there. That's what it looked like. The Jamski on the charge. So Hewitt and J Sky. P1 and P2 again. Doesn't matter where Hughes finishes. He is the ultimate sim racer for P&I in this series. Good evening, ladies and gents. Here we are, round 1 of the Ultimate Sim Racer Season 2, believe it or not. But it's the first time we're doing it on Assetto Corsa. I'm That's Our Anders, and I'll be your host this evening and the founder of Pretty Ninja Racing. If you're brand new here, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. If you want to get involved in our events, just check out the link in the description below to our Discord, and we will help you from there. They are all hosted currently on the World Sim Series website. So, what is the Ultimate Sim Racer? Well, the title kind of gives it away. We're looking for the very best sim racer within our own community. So this event is passworded. If you're a member of the public, you have to be part of our Discord server at the very least to be able to join in the sessions. And the aim of the game is to find the ultimate sim racer. So how do we do that? We go through 8 grueling rounds, and the cars aggressively get quicker and harder to drive, as well as the circuits getting more technical as the weeks go by, finishing off in LMP2s at Le Mans at the very end. Now that doesn't sound very technical, but for a 20-minute sprint race with no qualifying, it can be quite a, what's the best way of putting it? A catastrophic event, to put it lightly. So round 1 is at the Croft Race circuit. So again, we're not starting off exactly very easy, and we're in the Clio Cup cars. Now these cars are pretty quick, they're pretty reliable, but they are nowhere near stable. The rear end just wants to constantly come out. They have to learn when and when they cannot put the power down. There's no TC. I think there's a little bit of ABS in these Clios, maybe, but everyone's on a level playing field. Everyone's in the Clio Cup. And without further ado, let's go and take a look at the action trackside, as we are just watching them do a 10-minute free practice session. 5 minutes left to go on this one, and a few lap times are coming in now. So Blumke is currently leading the pack, 66 in second, completing round about 33 laps of practice before this event going. So some people take this really seriously, and that's what we kind of want. We don't usually do a very serious competition. It's usually quite light-hearted. You know, sometimes people get heated, but you know, there is a trophy at the end of this. There is a genuine PNR trophy at the end of this, as long as we can get one made in time, which will be sent to the winner. So yeah, some people's strengths might be in touring cars, other people's strengths might be in formulas, other people's might be in GTs. All to play for, really. Coming into round 1 of this session, as we're looking at Alocon, who we know is very quick from the PNTCC rounds on a Monday night. And like I said, these are going on for 8 weeks, so even if you miss out on a round or 2 or 3 or 4, you can still get involved, have a bit of fun, test your skills against members of our community. But yeah, ultimately, it's a bit of fun, but it's a bit serious as well. So Figlione has gone into second place there in practice. I'm not really taking much notice of the times today. What I do need to get rid of, though, is the names above people's heads, because it does my head in. So I don't really want names coming up. Might have to ask. Let me, if you're still there, buddy, how do I get rid of them? Lloyd is on track. He's in a blue Renault Clio Cup car. As well as looking at the numbers that we've got going on here is Bartek. So we only have 2 versus a sea of gold. I think I got rid of them because they're not turning on. But there we go. Rabbit Stinton just coming in, 1 minute 40. He might be quick over the races. 20-minute race. All of our races in the Ultimate Sim Racer are only 20 minutes. There's no special tweaks or quirks. It's just 20 minutes of pure, hard, aggressive rating. Yeah, the names are still coming up. I don't want the names coming up. Tricky. I don't know what to press. Hang on, let me just ask the folks in chat 1 sec. Sorry all, I'm getting names coming up above people's cars. How do I turn that off?
Control L.
Control L, thank you. Drivers' names. Oh, thank you, Mark Coulson. You legend. Speaking of Mark Coulson, that's who we're watching right now. Our resident South African. Let's see, with 1 minute 57 left to go. Let's have a little on board of our South African friend. We are a community mainly based in the UK, but people from all over Europe and even the African continent. As Coulson moves up to P7. Oh, running a little bit wide there, but oh, that curve's really unsettled the car. But again, good evening everyone. Welcome to the first round of the Ultimate Sim Racer. I'm Anders, your rather non-elegant host. Through the S as we go, flat out through here. Take a nice wide line here. Hard on the brakes the moment you can get the car straightened up. Not touching the grass because that's what will happen. And off Collie goes. But there we go. Looking at the lap times. I said I wasn't really going to look into the lap times. We have quite a close-knit crew at the top there. And Lloyd has yet to set a lap time in free practice. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. So there is no qualifying, so I'm assuming, like in AMS2, that the grid for the race will just be random. Because that's what I want. I want a random grid. So we'll see how it all goes. Wonder how many people have noticed that there is no grid as well. As Lloyd crosses over the timing line and still not set a lap time. So really aggressive line through there. That looks really nice for Lloyd. Some static. Let's go to F2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. 20 minutes of hardcore racing. That's what's coming up. So we shall see what happens. I'm guessing Lloyd just managed to get it over the timing line just in time. It's not saying he's finished. Getting the Clio turned in. There. Yeah. Ruined his lap time. Really pushing the Clio to the limit there. Coulson is the last driver out. And that's the end of free practice. So yeah, we'll be going straight into the race. Which is going to be interesting. So I have no idea who's going to be first. I can't really go through a grid. We just got to wait it and see. As you can see just above my head, once my arm comes back, other arm. Other hand, this one, up here, we have up here on our 4-hour race event through the World Sim Series website on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Still looking for driver signups. You can do it solo or as part of a 2-man squad or two driver squad rather. And it's all in aim to raise some funds for Race Against Dementia, the charity. Race Against Dementia, the charity. Say it a little bit better. And yeah, hope you can get involved. It's free to join in. You don't have to donate or anything like that. But obviously, a donation would be highly grateful. I will be streaming it live. I will be here for the full 4 hours, plus the practice sessions and the qualifying leading up to it. So it looks like, in all fairness, there's not much of a change in the old formation. Here we go. So let's have a look at Viglione. Let's start off with this camera here. So let's go trackside. As we're just waiting, that's not helpful at all. Viglione's gone into the pits. Interesting. So I'm not quite sure why Viglione's gone into the pits there. So Figlione starting from the pits. Not sure why. 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And away we go for round 1 of the Ultimate Sim Racer. Everyone's so far getting away pretty cleanly. We're watching Jay Skyring as we go down to the very ominous T1, 2 and 3. And then through the tight chicane. So people hopefully will be quite well mannered. And so far everyone's making it through alive. And yeah, everyone's made it through nice and steadily. Jay Skyring getting a good start. 66 up in P2. Trying to catch Blumke. As we head down to the tight right-hander hairpin. It's a bump in the middle of the circuit just there. And it's really hard to get the power down. If you get the power down a little bit too early, it will spit your car out wide. But let's see if 66 can keep up the pressure. This is a 20-minute race. So everyone needs to take it relatively chilled. Lloyd is all over the rear end of VDOT. Looking the wrong way here. Thank you. And down into the double right-hander we go. And Lloyd just can't quite get the job done down the inside, but he's certainly all over the rear end of VDOT. As we head into the very final twisty complex, you can get a good switchback if you get it done right. Oh, and someone's crashed there. Coulson's hit the wall, and Sobek I think has joined, and so has Schrutz. That's such a shame, but hopefully they will all be able to get back going again. Oh, such a shame that whether Coulson was popped into the wall or not. And someone's else has just gone wide there. EDOT and Huey has gone off the circuit, which has allowed Lloyd to go up to P6. Now we know Lloyd is quite the quick character in these sort of tin top races. Jay Skyring is all over the back and catching on Silla as well. Alacon is up in P3. 66 is still only half a second behind Blumke. So quite top for, quite honestly, the top 5 drivers, as Lloyd has just dropped down a position. He's got the inside as they go side by side through the S's. Lloyd using as much runoff as possible. Tucks back in, pretty wise. Can't quite get down the inside of EDOT, but EDOT has ran wide there. Lloyd is going to get through. Nice and easy there, and so does Hewis. In the car behind, EDOT's got back on. Needs to get their head down. Sobek has moved up to P12. Coulson is not having the best of times, so you can see that he's had a bit of a whack on the left-hand, right-hand side of his car there. From stream POV, that looks so funny. Yeah. It was not the best moment for Coulson, as Huey and EDOT, for some reason we seem to be going on board of Alacon there. Alacon's just got a fastest lap of the race, sorry, with 134.0 dead. So Pindalia is trying to hold off EDOT. Oh, and we can see that Stinton running a little bit wide there. Losing the back end of EDOT. Coulson. So there are a few gaps opening up now, but that's okay. There's 20 minutes, 16 minutes left to go of this race. Plenty of time. Plenty of time left to go. As we go and take a look at our race leader, who's not quite pulled a second lead, but certainly not far off. 66 is definitely on the limit, trying to keep up with the German. Okay, hard on the braking. You can see just how tight this final corner is here. You can dive down the inside, but all it's going to do is ruin your exit. And Blumke's just pulled up a second, but Alacon is getting onto the rear end of 66, and Skyring is getting on the rear end of Zilla, and Lloyd is being left a little bit here. Skyring and Zilla definitely close. Could be something going on here soon. Everyone's setting PBs at the moment as they're just getting in. Coulson is side by side, still down the inside, hard on the brakes, just making sure he gets that corner done ahead of Sobek. And Sobek needs to try again as we head back to Skyring, who is trying to get down the inside around the hairpin. Looks like Silla had a bit of a moment, but they're going to go side by side through the S's. Silla and Skyring going fully at it. Fantastic. Still side by side. Oh, and Silla hits the grass and hits Skyring. That's a simply just keep on going. Nothing that either of them could really do there. That's such a shame. Such close driving. But you could just see the rear left tyre just hitting the grass for Silla. And sadly taking Skyring with them. And Silla's now down to P10. Probably going to be a little bit of grief there, but at the end of the day, could have let off. As we can see that, I think Coulson, that is, going rally driving. No, it's not. Sobek? No. Schurtz going rally driving. Figlione is back with us. Currently down in P14. Gonna have to get the driver's life to get anything out of this now. Sinton is on the rear bumper of Edot as well. As Pindalia's just set a 1:34.7, his fastest lap of the race so far. We can see the lap time slowly get a little bit longer, purely because of the amount of battling that's going on around the circuit. As we'll head back to check out what Alacon's doing. The front three really quite tight. Now there isn't any accelerator tyre wear or anything like that, which I did contemplate, to be honest, for a 20-minute race. But I thought I'd just see what race one's like, ask the opinions of the drivers, so we can always alter them for the rest of the series. But these three seem to be matching each other, but 66 runs wide a bit there. That's not going to be good. Alacon's going to pounce on that. 66 just defend the corner, but he's lost the inside here. Yep, 66 is conceding this. Or is he? No, he's trying to go around the outside. Oh, hard on the brakes. Good driving by the both of them. 66 is on the outside edge of the hairpin here. Alacon pretty much parks the bus on the apex, and there's nothing 66 can do, but hopefully we'll get the better drive. And he's right up the gearbox of Alacon heading to T1. Alacon goes defensive. Completely understand that, and it should be Alacon's to keep for now. There's nowhere ready for 66 to go. He's just got to keep the pressure on. As we see Pindalia, Edot and Stinton all setting more PBs. Bartek setting another PB. 66 is still on the chase for Alacon in P2. 66 looking down the inside. It'd be a bit of a brave move if he went for it. It'd definitely lock up. But Alacon does miss the apex, which means he's going to get a slightly slower drive out. But saying that, he seems to have got away with it. Lloyd moves up into P4 past Pindalia. We missed that one. Pindalia must have had a bit of an off, although they're side by side right now. Coming through the S's. More side by side action. Pindalia going really wide. Jamski leaving plenty of space on the circuit there. Still side by side. Jamski cutting the corner, but getting the position done. Oh, and Hewis just holding on to that rear, trying to keep it going. As we'll head back to 66, who's all over the back of Alacon. Alacon, who's been so dominant in the PNTCC, certainly having to drive the bacon off to Clio, and he's ran wide. It's going to give him a bad exit through the dirt. Again, I don't think there's going to be enough for 66, so I don't think the acceleration's good enough. 66, this is all playing into Blumke's hands. The German up in front. And 66 is still there. We can see that Pindalia is only 3/10 behind. Jamski now falling down to about half a second. 66 is only 1/10 behind if he's going to get anything done. He's going to need to. Alacon's gone ultra defensive into the hairpin. Can 66 get a good drive out of here though? He does. I don't think it's going to be enough for the S's though, but he's certainly going to put Alacon under a lot of pressure yet again. 9 minutes left of racing. Anything can happen here for P2. And 66 is right up the rear end there. Viglioni's got a drive through for cutting the circuit. Not good for Viglioni. Don't think he readied up in time. And 66 will be able to battle yet again. Pindalia is only 1/10 behind, and we can see Jay just going to low on the grass a little bit more. These two are right out on the limit. And Lloyd and Huey have been saying for months that they were looking forward to a race between each other. They say every week, yeah, we're going to have a good race against each other this week. Well, it looks like it's finally happened after quite a few months. Pindalia is really trying to put the pressure on Jamski, but this is Jamski's zone. These sort of cars, tin tops, have Lloyd Jamski written all over us. Jamski just sets a new PB. 66 has dropped down 4 attempts now, so we'll just keep an eye on this battle for P4. Viglioni is catching up to Solbeck as we've got 3 cars coming rapidly over the timing line. Coulson, Solbeck and Viglioni. Viglioni does have a drive-through though. And sadly, it isn't really going to mean much, but Solbeck is all over the rear end of Mark Coulson. And Pindalia is now down to half a second. And 66 is slowly catching up, but this is the battle for P12, and Viglioni's just got past, but he's on the outside, so can Solbeck keep hold of it? No. I think Viglioni's done an absolute wonder move. What a move that was. Great driving from Viglioni. Great respect between the two. As he now goes and hunts down Coulson. Shout out to Schrutz for keeping going the Austrian. He's got to keep his head down. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen, and we can see that Hewis has now dropped down to a second with 7 minutes left to go. So our race leader, Blumke the German, is currently on his way to win round 1 of the Ultimate Sim Racer. But like I said, anything can happen here. Alacon in P2, 66 in P3, still giving Alacon a little bit of a rough ride. Skyreach just says at first his personal best of the race. Lloyd currently P4, Pindalia currently P5, Skyring currently P6, but is also enjoying cutting grass at the moment as well. Edot in P7, Sinton having a good race, you know, only literally on every week, every Wednesday. So the fact that Sinton is mid-pack after doing no practice whatsoever, fair play on them. Zilla having a bit of a lonely one, bless them, but fair play for keeping it going. Bartek followed by Coulson, who is quickly followed by Viglioni. Now is Viglioni going to try and do the same move to Coulson as they did on Sobek? Let's stay and find out. Viglioni's actually looking down the inside, but a heavy lock up there. Well saved. And Coulson manages just to keep ahead, but is certainly under pressure from Viglioni. Really under pressure. Viglioni's trying to get around the outside. Some very close racing. Viglioni hits the brakes. Oh, a little bit of a bump there. Gives it back. Good racing there. Good racing. I'll take that. That looks good. It's fine by me. And these three, Viglioni is really trying to get past Coulson. Coulson is really not making it easy. Now, every point in the Ultimate Sim Racer matters. So people will start to defend hard. Coulson is hugging that inside. It's what you need to do. Just park the car. Perfect. Beautifully done by Coulson. Viglioni has nowhere to go. But this trio is catching up to Bartek rather quickly. Oh, Viglioni's been disqualified for not taking his drive-through. He mustn't have seen it. Oh, no. So Viglioni will probably just end up dissing the ball. They can keep driving, but there's not much point in all fairness. And Coulson's been rammed off by Viglioni. By the looks of it there. Nope, that's Coulson. Not sure what's happened there. But Viglioni has been DQ'd for... Not really sure what. Deployed safety car, virtual safety car, forecourse yellow, red flag, driver's list. Virtual safety car, forecourse yellow, safety car in this lap. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do. Missing your drive-through. Close. So Viglioni moves up to P10, but it means absolutely nothing. There we go. Viglioni's been moved into the garage. Viglioni's disconnected. Coulson goes through. DNF for Viglioni. Not a great session for them. Alicon 3 seconds behind Blumke. Alicon 66. Lloyd is 11 seconds behind the top three. It's quite some gap there. Pindelia just under a second. Solbeck so over the rear end of Bartek. But I'll have to take a look at what happened between Viglioni and Coulson there, because that could well be a ban for the rest of the rounds, really. But we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, he did get DQ'd. He didn't do his drive-through. It has to be taken. Solbeck is looking down the inside of Bartek into this corner. Bartek's going to try and stick around the outside, so then he's got the inside of this right-hander. But I don't think you've got to be really brave there. Bartek has got it not quite done right there. So you really need to swing the car around the outside there and basically hold that apex off that right-hander. If you don't do that, you've lost. You might as well just back out there and then and just try and get them back on the start-finish straight into T1, because you're never ever going to win against someone that's got the inside of the final hairpin. Sinton's just about a second behind Edot. And Bartek has already fallen a second behind Solbeck. But not a bad round one whatsoever, I would say. I think Coulson's been a bit of a culprit of a couple of instances, so I'll have to check that before I finalise. In fact, Coulson's got a 15-second penalty as well, apparently, according to the current live race results. So here is our race leader, coming around the final corner for the second to last time for round one of the PNR Ultimate Sim Racer. As we head into T1, hard on the brakes, beautifully clipping the curbing there. Let's just change it up a bit. Oh, that's that one. That's the one I want. Thank you. Flat out through the pretty much non-existent chicane. Hard on the brakes, 75 meter board, really nicely done. Really getting the car stopped around the apex. Able to smash on the acceleration through the S's onto what's theoretically the back straight. Fast, flat right-hander. Be brave. Hard on the brakes. You can see all the braking tyre marks there. And all of the people wheel spinning, trying to get back on the power early. Perfect lap to Croft so far by Blumke. And beautifully driven. Started in P1, ends in P1. Absolute great drive there by Blumke. Alacon taking P2 for round 1. 66 great drive to finish P3. Beautifully done. And here comes Lloyd to take P4. Pindalia and Skyring taking 5 and 6. Hewis 5th. Skyring 6th. E-Dot coming around the final corner with Sinton only a second and a half behind. So these gaps are not, for 20 minutes of racing, they are not bad at all. Zilla coming across the line to take P10. Solbeck coming around the final corner to take P10, sorry. Zilla taking P9. Solbeck to take P10. Bartek to take P11. Coulson just there in the background to take P12, even with their 15-second penalty. And Strutz is currently there in P13, just cruising. Just cruising. And they are, in fact, a lap down, apparently. So, good effort all round there. We'll take a little look at the replay to see what happened with Coulson on lap 1. And to see what happened at the chicane. Other than that, that was a really good drive all round, I would say. A really, really good drive all round. And Stretch is just taking his time. Taking their time, taking their time. Let's go back to the studio. And Stretch is just going really slowly. And they did it. Hopefully Schwartz will have a better round 2. Let's hope. But we do have to do a little bit of investigating. But yes, I want to know what happened to Monsieur Coulson in lap 1. And whether I need to apply any penalties before I finish off the results. And then I can show you the results. So let's have a little look. Let's find Monsieur Coulson. Coulson, there we go. Let's go chase camera 2. And we are going to fast forward. Can't fast forward anymore. So here we go. So we're coming around here. So here comes Coulson. 2 big punts. Yeah, big punt there. So who was the car behind? So Solbeck. Basically ending Coulson's race there, but pulls over. I love that. Thank you, Solbeck. Where's Coulson? And he waits for Coulson to go through. Oh my god. Finally! Finally someone has done the decent thing. Finally. So because Solbeck has done that, there'll be no penalty given. I'm really sorry, Mark. Because he did the honourable thing, and it's the thing that we need to reward rather than penalise, he won't be getting a penalty. But yes, it was a punt. It was definitely a punt. But he did the right thing. It was... Am I a bit too far now? Is it here? Or is this after? Or is this after? Anyway, but my damage was big. Yeah, I get that, man. I get that. But he did the honourable thing at the end of the day. And we do, like I said, we do need to start rewarding. Yeah, here it is. Here's where you get punted. It's definitely Viglione though, isn't it? 100% Viglione. There's Solbeck. Well, let's just watch from Solbeck's perspective, because if this was Solbeck again... What the fuck? What the hell? Huh? What? It took you on the chicane. This looks like the biggest netcode I have ever seen in my life. Where is Solbeck? Where's Viglione? Because I thought Viglione took you out. I am so confused. I have never seen that before. Never. So they're there. They're there. So your car technically should be here, right? What on earth? Did you get a 15-second penalty for that as well, Mark? For that one? Yeah, I honestly don't know what to do there, because unless your replay's different, that's 100% like connection to the server. That is a huge ass netcode. Indeed, though, you are correct. Viglione was DQ'd, and it should have took him out then. I don't know why it waited a whole lap for them to be disconnected. This netcode. Unless the replay's different. Could someone check their replay for Coulson at 16 minutes in? Because I want to know if you get the same thing as me. It's 16 minutes because I'm watching it right now. Unless you guys want to see my stream, and then you guys can see if it's the same for you. I was like, what the hell? Because that's the biggest netcode I've ever seen. If that's the case, that's the biggest netcode I've ever seen. He was. 16 minutes. Yeah. Overall, the racing quality was really good, from what I could see. No, just going into the chicane. Just going into the chicane after T1, 2, and technically 3. Just see what 15, 12. I saw that on stream, and then he did slow right up to give you back the position. Or to not take you, if that makes any sense. So again, it's... Yeah, that your defensive drive was brilliant. Is that what you've got? Is that what you see? Because I just see a massive netcode for... Yeah, does it bounce him back in the circuit and then... Yeah, you get the same thing that I do. That's server connection. Yeah, that's server connection and netcode. That's, yeah. Sadly, Mark, I think you were quite unlucky with that second one. I don't think that was actually any contact. Yeah, show us yours. Yeah. You can see the hit. So I can't even see the hit. I just see the netcode. Let's have a little look at yours, Mark. Watch. Yeah, that's just there's fine. Go for it. Yeah. Yeah. So on your yeah, that's netcode. Yeah, that's 100% netcode. There's nothing we can really do about that. Sadly, that sucks though, because your defensive driving was brilliant. It was really good to watch. Yeah, really fair and stuff. Yeah, really fair. But yeah, that netcode couldn't have happened in a worse spot. Yeah, I might ask Letterme. I might ask Letterme about that, because if he's been DQ'd, as far as I'm concerned, the game should just kick him out. Surely, like put him straight to pits. Yeah. But yeah, the first instance you were in, I feel like we need to start a reward kind of thing. He did the right thing by waiting for you. Yeah, the punt wasn't nice. Yeah, the punt wasn't great, but but he waited, which is what we would have done, and nothing more would have come of it. So I'm trying to think of a way to reward good driving in a way, good boy stuff. But that netcode's flipping horrible, bless. What was your penalty for though, Mark? You got a 15-second penalty apparently. Oh, 15. You got 13 instant points. Oh, someone's already cancelled it, so I'm guessing Letterme's already on it. Oh, that was you, was it? Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to say that's not worth doing. But to give you an idea of how clean the racing was tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 drivers of the 15 that were racing got instant points. And even then, they're all low digits, like 2 and 3. So that was really good. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that was definitely. But 66 was so unlucky. I caught the moment when he just ran wide and Alacon just managed to slip through. It was like, oh, that was a good race coming up. Okay. Let's approve then. Let's approve the decision because there's no penalties to give out. Okay. Penalty for Jay Lloyd. Penalty. Right. Broadcast.
No, let me show you, yeah?
So, ladies and gents, here is the current standings of the Ultimate Sim Racer. 25 points for the win for Blumke, so a really good result there. Alicon with 18. 66 with 15. Lloyd with 12. Pindalia with 10. Skyring with 8. J-Sky with 6. And the final points ended at P9, which I'm surprised about, actually, because I thought it went down further than that. But okay. I'm going to have to check the settings on that one, because I genuinely thought that no matter where you finished in the Ultimate Sim Racer, you got points. So I'm going to have to check the settings for future races, because I feel a bit uncomfortable about that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. If you want to get involved, you must join our Discord, because these are passworded. So the racing standards can be high, like you saw tonight, and can be aggressive, and you can get a little bit of rubbing is driving, rubbing is racing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed yourself. The next event is free and open, which is our mini endurance event on AC in the Renault RS01 Cup car. That is on Sunday nights. That'll be kicking off at 8:30 BST PM. Open lobby, more than welcome to join. Everyone's in the same car. First round's at Portimao, so which will be very different for us, as we haven't raced there yet. But next in the Ultimate Sim Racer is the Formula Indy Lights around Dragon Trail. So a GT circuit in some Indy cars. What could go wrong? The Death Chicane will certainly have its victims next week. So make sure you tune in, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side. Ta-da! Right. I still don't have an outro. If someone wants to make me an outro, feel free, but I just don't seem to be able to have time right now. See you later.